Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 17, episode 14, Highland Games and Explosive Claims, okay? In a nutshell. So the episode starts with the ladies are coming downstairs to get going for the day. Y'all, Phaedra cracked me up because she said, listen, y'all was talking about that tasty blacks. So I went to go see what he was talking about, right? I went to go see. I wanted to see what y'all was talking about. But the gag is, it is blocked over here in the UK. Porsha in her confessional talking about Phaedra was trying to look at the hardcore stuff, okay? You can't be looking at the hardcore stuff overseas, okay? You gotta screen record it before you go and then watch it. She said, that's what I do. Porsha, please, not you screen recording the Lord. So the girls go play some Scottish reindeer games. They have a grand old time. Only thing memorable that happened here is when they played tug of war. The sturdy girls, basically the talls, dragged the mess out the smalls, okay? Kelly was just on her back. She was looking like a little, I ain't gonna say that, but the legs just hanging up in the air. I was cracking up. They dragged the mess out of her. Then they go in and eat a delicacy, okay? It's lamb brains and intestines in a little puff ball, a little beef Wellington ball, I suppose. It looked like a chocolate dollop on top, but they said that was not. They said it wasn't chocolate. So I just figured maybe it was like the brain beef pate, the lamb brain pate or something. You know, I was just like, oh. All right. Porsha's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try it, right? And she tries it and she's chewing it and she's like, oh, she about to throw it up. Angela in her confessional said, I'm surprised Porsha got a gag reflex. I laughed too hard at that one. Angela have her one every now and again. Every now and again, she'll have her one, okay? But Porsha always putting nasty stuff. She always doing something, you know, overseas. Because remember when they was in Greece and they had the competition for the rooms and she was eating them sardines and stuff and she couldn't eat it then. She just ended up getting her room from jumping in the pool, child. So, yeah, that was a good one. I need to go back and watch that Greece trip, okay? Because Nene was a trip. When she, I spit this popcorn up. Nene was trying to spit them popcorn kernels on Kenny. Oh, now you're gonna spit on me, Nene. Oh my gosh. Greece was a mess. Them cats kept jumping up trying to eat the food. I might have to go back to that season. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that season. So during lunch, Porsha asked Kelly how she's doing. I said, oh, Porsha, oh, Petty P, you know exactly what you're doing. So they start talking about the conversation of basically Kelly joining the other team, okay? They made up the other day in the room because I think it was Pinky that was like, well, wait, what happened? What we missed? So they fill the other girls in. Baby, Kelly and Porsha are going back. Thank you. I really like it. Yeah, girl, I want you to call on me too. If you need stuff, call on me too. I said, Porsha. Porsha is the definition of I am going to kill them with kindness, okay? You ain't going to be able to say Porsha did a monkey thing to you, okay? I am going to be the best Real Housewife of Real Housewife ever seen, girl. And she's cracking me up with her Real Housewife performance because it is. It is. She's getting the job done. She is ruffling feathers by existing. She don't even have to plot. Who's plotting? Not Porsha. She don't even have to plot. She just sits there and, you know, pays a little bit of dust that is there and goes on. If something is thrown at her, because everybody keeps saying, well, everybody's doing her dirty work. But nobody's really doing anything but defending themselves against Shamea. Like, nobody is jumping in front of a sword for Porsha to fight Shamea about anything. They're having their own fights with Shamea. Now, if that benefits Porsha, then so be it. If everybody wants to be a lapdog, let everybody be a lapdog. What I'm gonna stop them for? Like, y'all acting like Porsha supposed to stop people from being a lapdog. We don't see her forcing nobody to be the lapdog. If they just hop and line up in pecking order, then so be it. That's nobody's fault but the ladies that's lined up to be beta bitches, okay? I don't blame Porsha for that. Porsha ain't faultless, but that ain't how things are going this season. Ain't what I'm finna be mad at Porsha about. So, what's next? Shamea is salty AF, y'all. She got the screw face like a mug. She's like, oh, I'm glad for y'all. I'm happy for y'all. In confessional, she's like, so Porsha can forgive everybody but me? She can forgive Kelly and not me? Yes, Shamea. People keep saying this. It is ridiculous of Porsha to forgive everybody but her. Everybody else is surface level. We surface level beefing, so yes, we can be surface level friends. I don't have to be best friends with Angela. I don't have to be best friends with Drew. I think her and Drew do. They were friends before they was, you know what I mean, enemies. So I feel like their friendship is a real decent friendship. You know, it's based on television, of course, so how deep does that go? But yeah, so I don't see it as Porsha being some mastermind this season. The only thing she's mastermind is how to kill him with kindness. If she's thrown a bone, absolutely she's taking it. But Porsha isn't starting mess and then, you know, putting Drew in front of her to catch the bullets. Like, I don't see that happening. So I'm just tired of Shamea begging for this friendship or begging for an explanation for this friendship. Because, girl, if the lady don't want to be your friend no more, she don't have to be your friend no more. She don't have to give you a reason why. She don't have to give you explanation after explanation. For as bad as you say she did you and as bad as we seen her do you ourselves, you shouldn't even want this friendship. Because, baby, after you miss my wedding, ask them. Ask some old friends in my life. After you miss my wedding, it's curtains for you. So the fact that Shamea has even been running up behind Porsha for all of these years, to this extent, after that girl intentionally missed your African wedding, talking about she couldn't fly coach. Girl, you could have asked production to... You could have said, hey, I take a camera with me. I give y'all some footage if you get my stuff. I send you all my pictures. Like, girl, please. The flight was never that deep. After she missed the wedding, I don't see how Shamea even want parts of trying to be that close to Porsha. It would be real surface. It'll be just like how Porsha is surface with Angela and Kelly. It'll be like that if I was Shamea, for the sake of we making the show. But trying to genuinely be your friend after you, baby, it's about 3 people. 2.5, because one of them is my mom's friend. My mom's friend who didn't come to the wedding, but then she ended up sending a good gift after. She ended up sending like $100 after. So we halfway forgave her. But you don't come to my wedding. So I don't ever want people to think that I excuse Porsha for anything she does. It's just I'm a realist. I work in the real world, okay? So if Porsha has shown us who she is for all of these years, I just can't care about Shamea crying about wanting Porsha to be somebody different. It just don't work like that. Yes, Porsha should want to be a good friend, but how many seasons have we heard Nene say she's a bad friend? Drew say she's a bad friend. Everybody that's been a friend, maybe except for Phaedra, has said that the girl is a bad friend. So why are you expecting a good friend out of her? Porsha is a good time. Porsha is a good time, and when the cameras are on, she'll be everything she needs to be as a friend. When the cameras are off, if it's convenient for her, sure. If not, that's what it seems like from all of the years of people giving side conversations between Candy's blog and Nene talking. That's what it gives. Okay, so I just can't feel bad for Shamea crying about this when the viewers have known this for 10 plus years. So we know you've known it for 10 plus years. And that's what it's giving. That Shamea, I also can't feel bad for Shamea because it's giving you all one and the same. Just like they said, y'all have known each other for so long. Your parents, your moms were friends and all that. But y'all didn't get close until Porsha got divorced. And Porsha was on the show when this happened. So it's giving you came back in her life for clout. So if you was here for clout, here you go, baby. Here's all the clout. You've got it. You're on the show. Despite what you say her wishes was. Just eat it. Take your moment and sit center peach like, oh, you just wish your house was as big as mine. You wish you had an elevator. You know what? You can say whatever you want. Because at night when I get home and I take my elevator up to my second floor closet to go to my third floor bedroom, okay, to walk past my lounge to go kiss my 2 kids at night, I'm not going to be thinking about you. That'll be that. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing if I was Shamea. Girl, because when I get in that elevator at night and I get to that estate and I go kiss that rich husband of mine goodnight, I'm not thinking about you bitches. But she is. And that's the sad part. She is thinking about them. Back to the show, y'all. Back to the show. They break for an hour because apparently everybody got to go cry. Every damn body. It's like 3 different people crying. I'm like, what is happening? Shamea's on the phone with her mom. She's venting. First, she's talking about yesterday with Angela and the whole accusations about George. I admit everybody... I think it's twofold with that. Because everybody's like, see, that's Porsha using Angela to go at Shamea. And I'm like, Angela and Shamea have their own beef. I don't think Porsha went and said sicker. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not how I see that happening. But I will say it is twofold in how people reacted or didn't react. Everybody know Angela be talking and saying anything. So anything that comes out of Angela's mouth, it's just not a serious accusation. We just be like, girl, you know what I mean? And then Shamea, yeah, you be coming for people, even if it is at a level 2. I only come for people about silly stuff, not serious stuff. Okay, well, don't come for people at all. And if you are going to come for people, be ready for how people are going to respond. This is Housewives. Girls are going to go low, okay? It's you. You're the girls. So they break for an hour. Everybody's crying. She's talking about George, the whole thing. Even though Ashley, his wife, said that, you know, she was lying and stuff, people still, you know, didn't hold Angela accountable for her lies, essentially. When she tried to point that out, like, hey, y'all see how she doing me and stuff. Well, you did come for her daughter. You did come for her daughter, so... And it's like, exactly, because if you come for my child, all bets are off. Don't play with nobody in my family. I'm the one you beefing with. You only come for me. Anybody else can get some hand. You're like, and we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there at the end, child. She also talks about how she was surprised with K. Michelle having problems with her, especially since she took it to the group and not to her first. I was like... just as surprised as Porsha was when you did the same thing to her. Just wondering. So she's tired of being a bigger person and letting them get the best of her. And, you know, she about to ring the alarm. She been through this too long. And she'll be damned if she see another chick on her own. Okay? She gonna be rocking chinchilla clothes if I let you go. Shout out to Tiana Taylor for choreographing one of Beyonce's screaming this song, y'all. I love that song. So yes, child. Pinky and Kay talk about K. Michelle feeling away about Shamea. Pinky's like, yeah, I could tell her the vibes are still off. And K. Michelle is like, how is she gonna be standoffish with me? And then I heard her saying, oh, Kelly, I ain't got nobody but you. I ain't got nobody but you. So of course she was offended by that. I checked on her all night. And this, I was doing this. She ain't giving me no. I said, wait, was this a Jarvis dig? But now she's over it, y'all. Pinky is confused because she feels like Shamea is fighting everyone, and maybe she's just feeling overwhelmed because it's a lot going on. Pinky said that it's a cloud. Pinky said it is a cloud over Shamea, and she just wants that girl to heal. That's her friend. She wanted to heal. Kay says that she watched this girl turn into a monster. I said, a monster, Kay? A monster? A monster, Kay? Okay. Child, so K. Michelle dang near in tears. Then we see after this, Pinky is legitimately in tears. We see her on the phone, on the couch. She crying about $20,000 gone. Every time you see Pinky, she is amazed and surprised and shocked and throwing up that she got money coming out of her account as if she's not a business owner. It's frustrating. Like, yes, we want to see your real life. Yes, we want to see you run your businesses and how this works out for you, for sure. I love all of that. But every time, girl, $9,000 came out of my account and I had to call and see where it was coming from. Oh yeah, it was just food for the restaurant. So you don't usually pay for food for the restaurant? Why would that be a surprise for you? Why would that be a surprise for you, Pinky? Why is $20,000 coming out the account for the business is a surprise for you? You have multiple locations, babe. So that's the part where it's annoying me about her. The part that I could understand, she said, every time I take a break, everybody's calling me, looking for me. What am I paying y'all for? Now, there's the problem. There's the problem. Are they the ones freaking out about the money coming out and they calling you? So you freaking out and now you got to go investigate and you like, hey, this is the normal charge? Is that what's happening? Because if so, you need better people. That's crazy. She's sacrificing so much. She's sacrificing her marriage, time with her kids, her sex life for this business. Y'all, I'm just crying over rich people problems. This annoyed me so bad because, granted, I get that, okay, she's an entrepreneur to a certain level. So she should be able to spend time with her kids. If you're not spending time with your kids at your level, it's because you're biting off more than you can chew. And we've already seen that that's exactly what she does. We've already seen that's exactly what she does. You can chill out, have your 3 to 4 locations that you run, have some side businesses that you co-run, and you co-run your house with your husband and all these kids. Because you having all these kids and you crying about you can't spend no time with them. So what is it all for, babe? Like, okay. So Phaedra walks in. Lord, what's going on? Pinky said, nothing. I'm finna quit all my jobs and become an ambassador for Go Naked Hair. I cracked up at that because Porsha is, come on, girl, we can make money together. We sure can. It's money for everybody to make together. Because Porsha would absolutely slap a wig on Pinky and be like, get your new 27 pieces. Porsha would absolutely do it, y'all. Cracking me up. But Pinky, she's too busy trying to be the first black female to do this, first black female to do that, best black female. She's too busy trying to break records and being able to mentor somebody that she's not taking care of herself. So now they're in the car and Angela makes some lame joke about Kelly's McDowell's outfit. Now, it was interesting choice of outfit, but I get that it was plaid, so she's in a Scottish theme type deal. But Angela makes some lame joke, and Kelly's just like, well, my man got it, and he got my new teeth, 70K in the mouth, and Phaedra like, 70K. I know Phaedra was like, I'm giving you pro bono work and you getting 70K in your mouth. I know that's what Phaedra wanted to be like. Oh, well, if you got a nigga putting 70K in the grill, cause putting 70K in the grill when he could have got you a home, got paid up a lease for the year for a house or apartment or something, a townhouse or something for you. What that about equal that 5,000 a month, somewhere around there. It'd be a little less than 70,000. And her budget of 5K, so I was just looking like, yeah, I'm starting to believe the people. Well, I was already believing the people that Jarvis is Shamea. And especially since people said they've seen billboards with Kelly on it for that dental business. So ain't nobody spend no $70,000 on your mouth if you still doing promo for said company. Okay? At least half off. It was at least half off, child. So yes. Kelly. Drew talks about somebody got to use the restroom, so they started talking about pelvic floor therapy and all this stuff like that. Drew said she been getting it since she got a hysterectomy, and sometimes they gotta push the pelvic floor back up. And Phaedra's like, yeah, you gotta have sex to push it back up. And they like, you get fingers for pelvic floor therapy. Now Porsha leads the ladies in a Kegel exercise, child. Hold it. Release it. Hold it. Release it. Shamea said, it's gonna make me come. Let me stop. I said, what? Hold on. Too far. Pineapples. Everybody stop. They go to the store, learn the history of the plaid stuff. Every pattern of plaid is for a different royal family. Porsha buys everybody a stash on her dime. It's her trip. Kelly following her around like, ooh, what's my budget? Can I get something else? Can I get something else? I said, child, she couldn't wait to be friends with Regina George, okay? She couldn't wait. This is Katie. Kelly is Katie Heron AF, okay? She couldn't wait. Yeah, it started off as a ruse where you was just probably, wasn't thinking it was going to go how it is. But now that you're there, you're like, I started finding myself becoming more plastic. That's Kelly right now. She could not wait. At dinner, Porsha's talking about get a round of drinks for everybody. And Kelly like, you need another girlfriend? You need another girlfriend? Drew says she's going to do a song with Ray J. Drew, we just started taking your music seriously and you finna do a song with Ray J? Then she said she's finna go on tour. Child, Pinky said, oh, let me be a backup singer. You must be delusional. Drew face had me screaming because why would Pinky just do that in the middle of it? Oh, you need a backup singer, girl? Let me show you what I got. Silly as hell. This is why I like Pinky. When she's not talking about her money woes, I like Pinky. She's funny. She's the comic relief. And I think she goes between the two groups without it feeling fake and flip-floppy. Like, I can't think of a moment where she was over in one group and she wasn't willing to repeat whatever was said. You know what I mean? Because when you don't want to say what you said with the other group, that's when it gets fake. Now, if you can go between the two and say exactly and be exactly who you are with either, hey, I can't be mad at that. So I think that's why Pinky, dare I say, she's a half favorite. She's a half a favorite, okay? Half a favorite, because she be doing too much bankruptcy crying, talking about money, carrying out. But Drew ends up talking about how Dennis told her he's so hurt and he misses Porsha, but he knows that Porsha don't want him no more. Everybody's like, why she not mad at Drew? Drew keep on bringing up Dennis. Drew keep on bringing up Dennis. Drew is reading her script. Porsha is willing to talk about Dennis this season. Everything Dennis, well, I ain't gonna say everything, but everything Dennis starts from a gentle script, okay? Even him popping up at the house. I'm filming this day and this day. I need you to come pop up and just be you. Just be you. I don't think she tells him what to do, but I absolutely think she tells him, these are the days I'm filming in action. And then he come over her and hurt her feelings in real life. And she be crying, but she be mad, but she like, this gonna be good TV, but I hate that nigga. Like, that's how Porsha be. Or the fans gonna eat this up. Cause that last one, he brought that ring over. She wasn't expecting that. She wasn't expecting that. She knew he was gonna start a fight because he gonna do him. But I didn't think she was ready for all of that, right? So Drew is just following her script. She knows that Porsha is willing to talk about Dennis. I'm gonna bring up Dennis every chance I get to make it give turmoil, to make it give, I'm not up your butt. So this is the slack I'm gonna give Porsha. This is Drew's acting. This is Drew. You know, I'm not a lapdog because I challenge Porsha too. And Porsha's like, okay, girl, that's fine. That's fine. I'm willing to talk about Dennis. It ain't no big problem. That's what that is. So Porsha says that she feels like once Sway came into the picture, Dennis started feeling away about her dating life and just actually, I guess, having concerns about who Pilar is meeting. But people have a lot of feelings about that, but we don't be knowing how long Porsha dating these people before Pilar actually meets them. So who's to say how comfortable she is with somebody to let them meet her child? We don't know the inner workings. There. She feels like Dennis should not have an opinion on her dating life, but she would never play about Pilar. She ain't never gonna have no crazy people around Pilar. And I can believe that. I can believe that. And Shamea's like, so since we're talking about Pilar, you told Dennis that you don't want him bringing Pilar over to my house anymore. And Porsha's like, yeah, why would I want her at your house when you don't mess with me? Yeah, girl, this was insane of Shamea to bring up as an issue. If I'm not allowed at your house, and we see that I'm not because of she didn't get invited to Gerald's birthday party. If I'm not allowed over, my child isn't either. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, family or not. You said we're like sisters, but we're not. But we're not. I don't care who bring you over. This isn't co-parenting. I'm not required to let you keep a relationship with my child. Like, that was just crazy to me. My other headband, I wanted to look like no lotto. It ain't no leopard panties in the back of another headband. It was looking crazy. I was like, no, it's the headband. So, where we at? PJ. And like I said, Shamea's just like, I would never do anything to PJ. And I completely believe that Shamea would never cause PJ any physical harm. Completely believe that. Sure. But I do think that Shamea would say some sneaky stuff to kind of just be messy. Just to be messy, or try to, if PJ says something like, oh, why don't you come over to my house anymore? I feel like Shamea would be like, because your mommy said that I couldn't come over anymore. Ask your mommy why I can't come over anymore. Like, I feel like that's what Shamea would do. And don't play with my kid like that. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. We already saw her saying to Angela's daughter, oh, you're much nicer than your mom. I don't care if she grown and PJ is a child. We still see that you don't necessarily have boundaries if you feel like you're not saying something mean. So, yeah, I'm not even going to play with you and test those boundaries because I have to sock and bop her ass. So, Shamea goes on and on about how they were sisters, supposed to be like sisters. And, oh, I've been holding on to the fact that you never even wanted me to be a housewife. I'm so sick of this topic. She has been back and forth on this topic, and it really doesn't matter because she's here now. And she told us herself that when she did get the housewife position, Porsha sent her flowers. So whether Porsha agreed with it or not, she congratulated her friend. Whether it was fake or not, she gave you tangible proof of her support. So why are we still harping on it? You have the peach. You still have the peach. So what's the issue? And then you go on and say yourself that your husband wouldn't film. So that was part of the reason. That was part of the reason you couldn't get the peach back in the day. So you constantly blaming Porsha. It's like, girl, we're over it, okay? We're over the topic. Then she's like, well, in Savannah, this started because in Savannah, we said that we wouldn't something with the parents. We wouldn't go there with the parents. And you know what? You know what? Your mom tried to sleep with my daddy. Huh? What? Everybody is gagged because where did this come from? What are we doing? Why are we going here? K. Michelle is like, Shamea. Shamea. K. Michelle corrected me up with her reaction, y'all. It was too daggone funny. She was downright shocked, okay? Porsha says, you and your mama are low down dirty snakes, okay? I've been keeping quiet because I don't want to embarrass you. Porsha said, embarrass me? Who you finna embarrass? Who you finna embarrass? Embarrass me? Because if that's the truth, that's on my mama, but that ain't true. Embarrass me, okay? Who gonna embarrass me? My husband filed for divorce and I woke up and found out from the internet. Who gonna embarrass me? Kenya sprayed me with the tea that I slept with a stripper. Who gonna embarrass me? Who? Who gonna embarrass me, girl? I said, baby. Shamea was reaching for that moment so bad and it just wasn't what she wanted it to be. Porsha turns around and says that Shamea's mom tried to sleep with the husband's brother. Mind you, Shamea's parents are still married. So these are some wild allegations. We don't believe half the stuff that come out of Porsha's mouth. She just like Angela, just be saying stuff. Just be saying stuff. So if we believe it or not is besides the point. It's the fact that Shamea, you open up the floodgates to be like, your mama's a floozy. Well, your mama is a floozy. Floozies of a feather, okay? Floozies of a feather flock together. And we saw them pictures. They were some hot girls. They was some what we call the old school baddies. Hoochie mamas. They was some grade A hoochie mamas. They was in them streets. I could bet. So it's really crazy. At this point, Shamea gets up crying and Kelly follows her out. Porsha is saying that she is trying to do anything to trigger me. She's bringing up anything that could trigger me. And she is. Porsha isn't lying. And not that I'm not saying that Porsha doesn't deserve some type of whatever Shamea is feeling, but it's just so ill-placed. It's so ill-placed because Porsha has done nothing to you in this moment. Like, literally nothing. Porsha is sitting here talking to Drew and the ladies about her relationships, her love life, how her ex/baby daddy is feeling about this, how the child is this, and you got triggered because one, Kelly done made up with Porsha, so they cool now, and two, Porsha brought up her child, and that's a sore spot for you because you still want access to PJ. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. I've had to tell people before, even when it comes to, I had a falling out with a friend. And before we had fell out, my husband would help them with marketing stuff and things like that. Just little stuff on the fly. This person, after we fell out, was still going to my husband to ask for help. Baby, that's an extension of me. If you don't have access to me, you don't have access to them. Are you crazy? So that's how I feel about this whole PJ thing with Shamea wanting her to come over. Girl, you better take Shamea and Shiloh to find some more friends. You better get used to their little school friends. Okay, I need to go find me some I'm a one and doneer, so I gotta do the extra stuff. Them little play date cards, you better go pass some play date cards out to make sure your girl's got some friends, because PJ don't look like she gonna be going out no more. It don't look like it. So Porsha, that's a snake. See, that right there is a snake. I don't know if you would try to poison me. Why would I let my child come over there? Why would I let my child come over there? And Lord, the spirit of Pastor P came upon her, and she started to evangelize and says, the Shamea got that evil spirit up on her. I could see in her eyes. Y'all could see she was dead and evil in her eyes, just like Simon was when he was divorcing me and dragging me through the streets every day. Till that spirit is off of her, I ain't effing with it. Baby, you know that moment where y'all know that clip from Basketball Wives where Jackie is like, let's just fight. And Tammy and was it Evelyn looking back and forth at each other, and they just bust out laughing. That's how I felt with Porsha going in like this. Girl, who are you preaching to? Calm down. That evil spirit up on her. K. Michelle is just like, oh, I don't want her to be feeling ganged up on. Even if it is something she needs to answer to, be held accountable for, I don't think that anybody should feel ganged up on. And that's fair. But also fair is what Cynthia said. Well, is everybody picking on her? Or is this of her own doing? Because everybody's not picking on her. It's a few little instances where Angela is absolutely picking on her, or just doing stuff for the hell, because this George stuff, that's picking on her for sure. But everybody's not picking on you, girl. Everybody's not picking on you. So you would think if you have genuine beefs with half the group, that you wouldn't just be picking on the other half of the group that leaves you with one person, leaves you with Kelly. You would think. And Pinky. So where is the left? Kay says she feels like Shamea has changed the past couple months, and Pinky agrees with her. Kay says in the confessional, I'm sure it was a relief for her to get that off her chest. She's been holding it for so long and just taking it on the chin, but it just wasn't the right moment. It just was not the right time. And somebody asked Porsha, can they ever come back from this? Y'all really not gonna be friends no more? Did you just hear what she said about my motherfucking mother? I'm good. Y'all can work on her feelings. Meanwhile, back in the car, Kelly is comforting Shamea, and she's just going off about how Porsha does anything to be liked, and she ain't loyal, and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, actually, that's you, babes. Shamea, you are the one that is bending over backwards, doing whatever you can to be liked, to be somebody's best friend, to be first at the call sheet when somebody's in trouble. Call Shamea. You're doing everything in your power to be that person. Porsha is just being petty. Porsha's being petty. Porsha don't really care about being liked. I think Porsha is far past the need to be liked. She is so far past that. Okay, so yeah, it was crazy that Shamea is this distraught over something that she started out of thin air. Out of thin air. Porsha wasn't arguing with her, talking to her, nothing. She just started a fight out of thin air and then ran crying. And then everybody's like, go Shamea. Shamea told Porsha off. Go Shamea. I'm team Shamea. I said, team Shamea after she went running crying off of something that she started? I don't understand. I don't understand people's barometer of what makes a good housewife these days. I really don't, because not to say that Shamea, no, I will say Shamea is a bad housewife. She can't stand on nothing that she says and does. If Shamea would have stayed at that table and told Porsha, you a snake, you this, you low down for not letting PJ come to my house, you know them girls love each other, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And what I said is what I said. Are we ordering dinner? We getting dinner and all. You know what I mean? That would have been boss. That would have been boss. Because ain't nobody saying that you got to be scared of Porsha. Like, people think that if we critique somebody going against Porsha, we saying that people supposed to be scared of Porsha. Nobody needs to be scared of Porsha. That's never, they're grown women. That's never the barometer of how a housewife should be. It's just the fact that if you're going to say something or do something, stand in it. Like how Kelly said, we know that Porsha done slept with every Nigerian in Atlanta. And when Porsha whipped their head around and started arguing, they was arguing. They had to be pulled apart. Kelly stood in it. She stood in it. Whether they made up now or not, you know, that ain't the topic at hand. But in the heat of the argument, Kelly stood in it. Shamea never stands in it. And that's really it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. Are you team Porsha or are you team Shamea? Are you team neither? Because what is really going on? We'll never know what really happened with the moms because they would never tell us. Even if they bring them out to the reunion, which I doubt it because they would never tell us. They would never tell us. So we'll never know. The argument is stupid. I hate that Shamea brought that to TV. That's something you wait till the camera's down. That's something you wait till you not mic no more. If you gonna bring it up or you gonna do that, let that be something that the producers had to be in the back with their cell phone trying to capture the words. Okay, don't let that be something that you putting on camera. Because you can't come back from that. You can't come back from mama slander. Okay? But that's it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Bye.